Welcome and welcome back. Welcome to the next episode of the Bask in the Flame series. This one we're going away from GUNLANCE and into traditional lance. This thing is a critical hit, power, DPS, maximum recovery, superhuman lance build that is outputting an incredible amount of DPS with an unreal level of survivability. But we've gone full crit. We wanted to output some damage, keep on the monster's nose, and get that monster flinching everywhere. Take a look at this clip. In this, you will see the charge attack, which is absolutely ripping this tempered ARKVELD apart. He doesn't know what to do with me. I'm positioned all over his body, and we're doing an incredible amount of damage to knock him straight down, and we even take the tail off in the end. It's a sublime thing coming into these lance builds, and finding these absolute defensive powerhouses can actually output probably some of the most damage in the game. Well, going full crit with this is more my traditional style, but still getting in guard, offensive guard and critical boost to make sure that we're still a defensive machine. Coming into the skills, I won't waste much of your time. Razor Sharp level 3, because we're going so many hits so consistently, staying in front of the monster for as long as possible. Razor Sharp in here to make sure that we can get that extra pip of guard. Coming into the gems that you'll see there also, we wanted to make sure that we could use a Razor Sharp Iron Wall gem to make sure that we've got Razor Sharp and guard. We can also squeeze offensive guard and critical boost with the Zoh Shia lance. This within itself is a beautiful thing because it hits so often that you are absolutely proccing the white flame torrent, which is stacking the extra 50 damage over and over again. Critical boost, offensive guard, timing them guards is brilliant, gives you that extra 5% base attack, and then guard just to make sure that you're keeping that stamina up to proc your maximum might as often as possible. And then yeah, weakness exploit, coming in for them crit based builds, but looking at this, you're at a 95% critical hit chance if you are landing on a weak spot. If you're hitting a wound, you're at 100%. If you're wearing your mantle and you're hitting a weak spot, you're at 100% regardless through an agitator phase as well. But it's an absolutely astounding thing. You are a defensive machine. You can take every hit in the game, take absolutely no chip damage while doing it, and then just build yourself and hit that monster over and over and over again. Lance mains out there, my hat goes off to you because this weapon is quite stylish. Agitator level 5, giving us that extra base raw attack on the 220 raw on the Zoh Shia lance is a beautiful thing. And then maximum might, you would think it's counterproductive. Doing the super guard with the lance is draining your stamina really quickly, but coupling that with constitution and being able to not have that guard up on consistent basis, you are constantly putting yourself back into that maximum might proc over and over again. And then antivirus. To sit with antivirus, we wanted the extra 15% crit to get us that 95% chance without the mantle, so we can ensure that we're hitting them critical hits over and over again. Recovery up, coupled with recovery speed on this one. So this is an interesting one. You can alternate these whichever ways you choose to. I've gone for the recovery up and the other way around from the recovery speed, because I wanted to make sure that I could get as much passive recovery coming in from the gear set from Zoh Shia as I could. And then constitution level 2, putting a 20% stamina depletion is good for the guarding, it's good for the little dodge sidestep, it's good for everything, just to make sure that you are not draining that stamina and you can do as much of a charge attack as your heart desires. And then flinch free squeezes in there because we want knockbacks to not happen, so we can maintain them full combos. But yeah, hats off to all the lance mains out there coming into these GUNLANCE and lance style builds and really getting used to what they can do. Has been an incredible experience. I'm absolutely baffled that it's not something that I've done earlier than I have done. Really enjoying it. These kind of weapons on a solo hunt are phenomenal because you are safe, you're secure. You want to put that guard up and sit there and make sure you've got enough chance to recover some HP. By all means do it. When you're coming against tempered radar at the end of the month, this kind of build, it does have a 1 thunder resistance on this, so you're not in the negative. You'll be able to maybe take a long time doing the hunt if you're not that experienced, but you'll absolutely complete it, no problem at all, with the kind of regen this armor set has got. And then when you do get them windows of opportunity to actually hit that monster, you're in a great spot. You're in 100% crit with your mantle on, you're in 100% if you're hitting a wound, you're in 95% if you're just hitting a weak spot without your mantle on. Them critical hits are coming off over and over and over again. But coupling this with how strong the Zoh Shia's actual lance is, it's an absolute DPS monster. I'm baffled by it, surprised by it. I'm absolutely really enjoying it, to be fair. I'm more of a stylistic DPS, well, the longsword style, the dual blade style, especially the insect glaive, where it's more flashy and more, but this being like a traditional knight with a lance, being able to engage that monster and counter it is absolutely phenomenal. It's a Zoh Shia gore hybrid. We want that antivirus and that crit. We don't mind doing it because of the regen buff that it provides. And then Zoh Shia's pulse is too comfortable and, in my opinion, almost overpowered because of how much you can actually stay in that DPS window. But yeah, this, more than happy with it. In the clip that you seen earlier, you'll see the DPS output is incredible, the flinch ability is incredible, and then you put that guard up and you're immortal. You are absolutely a solid brick wall of being able to take damage. But yeah, thank you to everyone. We made it over 100 subscribers. Thank you to every single one of you who are part of the channel so far. You are absolute legends. I appreciate every like, every comment. Thank you for helping me try to build a little community here, and we might just actually keep growing, which is amazing news. But appreciate every one of you. Anything you need, drop it in the comments box. I'll get back to everybody as soon as I can. And yeah, leave a like and subscribe. You know the vibes. Peace.